A fighter can always recover and you never know what they are going to come back with. In today's video, you will watch the top 10 greatest MMA fighters of all time. On number 10, it's Matt Hughes. UFC Hall of Famer Matt Hughes is perhaps the greatest pure wrestler of all time. His high motor kept his opponents on the defense most of the time, and he never quit until the bell was rung. Similar to Couture, Hughes played a huge factor in popularizing the UFC. On number 9, it's Jose Aldo. The Brazilian star was never again the same after that chalk title loss to Conor McGregor. It's important to remember that Aldo, a 3-time UFC featherweight champion, once went undefeated for over a decade, and up until said loss to McGregor was commonly cited as being the greatest fighter in the history of sport of MMA. On number 8, it's Daniel Cormier. DC is the former light heavyweight and heavyweight champion of the world, losing to just 2 opponents in a stellar 11-year career, Jon Jones and st-pierre, a wrestler with a propensity to stand and trade. Cormier was also the first fighter to successfully defend his titles in 2 separate weight classes and the 5th multi-division champion in UFC history. On number 7, it's st-pierre. His accolades may not seem as impressive as some of the fighters before him, but considering how inherently volatile heavyweight MMA is, he deserves a ton of respect for his sustained success. His 2 wins against Daniel Cormier in an epic trilogy, and you have the clear-cut greatest heavyweight in UFC history. On number 6, it's Fyodor Emelianenko. A combat sambo and judoka specialist, he once went on a 28-fight win streak that included wins over 4 UFC champions, though he may never have fought under the banner of the UFC. The Last Emperor is without a doubt one of the MMA's greatest ever fighters. It's good to see it recognized by the fans. On number 5, it's Demetrious Johnson. Johnson debuted in the UFC in 2011 as a bantamweight and defeated Japanese legend Yamamoto, known for his counter-striking and elusive movement. Demetrious Johnson still holds the record for the most finishes in UFC flyweight history. Mighty Mouse won the inaugural UFC flyweight title at UFC 152 in 2012 and went on to defend his crown no fewer than 11 times. On number 4, it's Khabib Nurmagomedov. He is the only fighter on here without a single blemish on his record. He announced his retirement at UFC 254 and he stepped away, having won every single fight he ever had and having faced minimal adversity along the way. His wins was masterful and overwhelming. On number 3, it's Anderson Silva. He still holds the record for the longest reign in UFC history at a whooping of 2457 days, which is more than 6 years. In that time, he officially defended the middleweight title 10 times. In most of those defenses, he stopped his opponent, including the classic front kick KO. On number 2, it's Jon Jones. He has been the dominant force in the light heavyweight division for over a decade and can claim to have seen off the likes of Rashad Evans, Shogun, Rampage Jackson and Daniel Cormier in the octagon. The long-limbed striker can also lay claim to the most title wins in UFC history and the most title defenses. On number 1, it's Georges St-Pierre. GSP, the most technically gifted MMA fighter ever to step foot inside the octagon. Inducted in UFC Hall of Fame in 2020, he is a 2-division world champion. GSP boasts a professional record of 26-2. His losses came to 2 Matt Hughes and Sierra. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel.